On April 26, 2011, a man who helped shape and mold my life left this world. It was a day of sorrow and mourning. I felt as if all his wisdom and stories were lost. Even though the stories he told me were still fresh in my memory, I knew that I would eventually forget them. They would be lost, never to be found again, and the many untold stories would be lost with them. This man was my grandfather, Xavier Buxie Sr. I called him Granddaddy. The end of my second semester of 11th grade year was near. I was getting caught up with my school assignments and extracurricular activities, and at the time I was not taking time out to spend with my grandfather. I had already finished my assignments for the day and was just sitting in class when I got a text from my cousin. She asked me if Granddaddy died, and to which I replied, I don't know. Unsure and confused, I began to think the worst. Trying to block out my thoughts, I kept saying to myself, no, he didn't. No. Can't be. It was eating me up on the inside. I just didn't want my granddaddy to be dead. I stopped to text my dad, and I asked him, did Granddaddy die? I put my phone down, and a few moments later it vibrated. I slowly reached to pick it up. The text replied, yes. My heart dropped. I couldn't believe this was happening. The walls around me began to crack and buckle. I began to hear my heart slowly tear. A faint scream began welling up on the inside of me, saying, I wish I could have seen him one more time. I wish I could have spent just one more moment with him. I wish. I began to think about how I should not have let myself get so caught up in my own life to the point that I stopped seeing and spending time with my granddad. I wanted to cry, I just wanted to bust out into tears. My thoughts slowly began to smother me, and I felt like a piece of my life was being taken from me. But then I began to reminisce over my past experiences with my grandfather and the time we did spend together. I thought specifically about the past summer, about the days I would go over to my grandfather's house throughout the week to take care of him. I thought about all that we talked about, cooking, his younger years, how cheap things were when he was growing up, and his many stories. He would give me the best advice and tell me all that he had done when he was younger and about all of his successes. I soaked up every bit of it, all the information he told me and all the knowledge he gave me. I would put it to memory and apply every bit of it to my life. I began to think about his many sayings. Right will stand up by itself. You don't have to prop it up. Do the right thing and stay in church. Don't say you can't, because you can. A man that can't back up and say, I was wrong, I'm sorry, or I apologize, is a dangerous man. His words of wisdom spoke life into my world. It was like he knew what was going on in my life, and he would say just the right thing at just the right time. Then I remember one of my grandfather's great stories called The Two Mules. He told it so many times, but the last time I heard it, we were in his living room. As he was sitting in his lazy chair, I leaned forward to catch every word. Our conversation on the subject of marriage eased into the story about the two mules. In the horse and buggy days, my brother Armand had two mules that were well trained, Guy and Hor. Armand was well known for well-trained animals. Now there was a certain man whose wagon had got stuck in the mud and his mules could not pull the wagon out. That man sent for my brother Armand, and when Armand came, he brought his two mules with him. The man asked, can you hitch your two mules to the front of my wagon? And Armand said, no, unhitch your two mules. And the man did as Armand told him to do. Then Armand hitched his two mules onto the wagon. He called on his two mules. They squatted down and began to pull. And as they pulled, Armand swung them to the left, and the wagon was loosed from the mud, and clogs of dirt flew off the wheels, and the wagon was free. The man then asked Armand, how come your two mules pulled the wagon free and my two mules couldn't? Armand answered, my two mules were working and pulling together, and yours were not. Remembering his words touched my heart as if it were the first time I heard the story. This story taught me that two people working together can reach the stars, but a house divided will always fall. After reminiscing, I came back to myself, and I wasn't sad anymore. The walls around me began to build back up. Cracks were sealed, pieces were put back together, and I realized that I was happy and grateful for the time I did spend with him and the many things I did learn from him. I also realized that my grandfather will always be with me in spirit, and I will always live to make him proud. I went on with my day neither sad nor happy, but grateful and thanking God for the life he did live and the time he did spend on this earth. My grandfather always said, the most important thing in life is time. He was right. Everything is set in motion by time. So I've decided not to live a life taking people, things, time, advice, or opportunities for granted.
My wonderful life, almost perfect from the outside. Picture frame, I see my beautiful wife, always smiling, but on the inside, I can hear her saying, lead me with strong hands, stand up when I can't, don't leave me. Hungry for love, chasing dreams that I could give up. Show me you're willing to fight, that I'm still the love of your life. I know we call this our home, but I still feel alone. I see their faces, look in their innocent eyes. They're just children from the outside. I'm working hard, I tell myself they'll be fine. They're independent, but on the inside, I can hear them saying, lead me with strong hands, stand up when I can't, don't leave me. Hungry for love, chasing dreams that I could give up. Show me you're willing to fight, that I'm still the love of your life. I know we call this our home, but I still feel alone. Father, lead me, 'cause I still feel alone.